Okay. All right, it looks like we're live, I think. Yep, we're live. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes just for have some people come in, and then we'll get it going. What other thingy? You don't have to. I mean, I'm gonna have the chat up in a second. I mean, if you wanna look at the chat, that'll be in the YouTube thing. But yeah, I will also be uh, talking, or I'll be like reading them out as we go. Um, um, where is this? Yeah, I know it's very annoying. I wish it wasn't, but I think it's for like moderation reasons. Uh, what's that? I can't hear Diana. Okay. Could you guys just start talking for a minute, so I can? Yeah, I gotta wait a couple seconds here to. All right. Still got nothing. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can barely hear it. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, just go ahead and keep talking while I'm figuring this out here. Um, talk about the snow for a moment. Yeah, it's the plan. What?
Take off your headphones and make it all. You can hear them on.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Okay, take off your headphones so maybe we can all hear it.
Because yeah, we could do the analog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
worth it. And maybe unplug from whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was definitely
All
a
right. Tell me if you can
trauma
hear that.
with anticipation.
Yeah. So now it's Honora, Conclave, the Brutalist. That's kind of my top. Honora's just.
I loved Nora personally.
Oh man,
Great.
that was just so unique too. Yeah.
You can't watch that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Honora. Oh, you can watch Honora. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was really good. It was funny. I hope that guy wins for supporting actor. The Russian. I think he's a Russian actor who played the guy, the security guy, or I forgot his name in the movie.
Oh, the bald one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was hilarious.
I loved him.
Doubled audio is what JFCO is saying now.
Doubled audio. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now we didn't have single audio. Now we have double. Okay. That's Not that I was making any money to begin with.
You can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. All right.
Really? Do I have to curb my cursing?
Can you put them closer
No.
to the microphone?
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Yeah. The delay sucks right now. So. Okay. Let's just pop out the chat. Okay. Alright, yeah, you just keep talking for a sec. See if I can hear that.
Hello.
What do you think?
Hello. I'm here. My name's Nick Brengle. I'm here with you tonight.
Wait,
Just opened
what
up
if
the
we
window and it's snowing.
what if we jumped off the YouTube? Would that help at all?
I have it all muted. I mean, it
I
shouldn't.
think it doesn't. Hold on, let me see what everybody's
Yeah, it
saying.
shouldn't affect.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect it. Alright, can you hear it? Can you hear
I'm
them?
gonna jump off the YouTube because I feel like I'm getting that.
Yeah, and this is why we have the time for it's like half an hour at least to figure out the technical difficulties this time. So, yeah,
Who's JXCO?
that's my buddy Jake up in Canada.
Hey Jake from Canada.
Jake
Iowa.
from Canada, not State Farm.
Barely. That's not the first time he's heard that too. So he's.
I had this.
Yeah,
I
we're
dad
not
joke.
original here.
Alright,
We're
what
not
about?
original here.
Nah, I'm gonna wait.
I mean, worst case scenario, we're not going to be with you that long, so we could start a Zoom if that's easier. I mean, I could. It's up to you.
I think it's like I think it's the Okay, no, he can hear you actually. Okay, can you hear
You
it?
can hear me.
Ma, can you hear it?
Got off YouTube.
Yes. Can you hear it? Okay. All right, we're all set there.
It's because I got off YouTube.
Yeah.
It was probably Shane's fault.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Always.
Sounds good. Okay, so we got.
Don't have participants be on both platforms, which would make sense. It's like being on your
Yeah.
phone and laptop. Okay.
Yeah, like the double.
I thought that was the easy.
Okay, so we got a couple minutes here. We got everything figured out. I'm gonna look at the viewers, see how many people are in the chat real quick. We got Jake, we got my mom, we got somebody else or something like that. But I guess we're gonna go right into it. Is my camera
Who's the other
working?
person?
What's that?
Ask who was the other person.
I think my mom, but I don't know who else would be
Wait,
here.
your mom twice, and then Jake, and then us?
Maybe, I don't know. There's like YouTube doesn't show everybody who's in there. It's just so there's somebody
Yeah, it's
lurking.
only if they comment or say something.
Yeah,
You
there's
can't-
somebody.
If you comment and you're not Laura, let us know. Or Jake.
Yeah.
Hi.
There we go.
Yeah, immediately hit the like button.
Yes, immediately. Please subscribe.
Oh my god.
Do not hesitate to subscribe.
And it's all about the algorithms. The
Yeah.
more likes, the more.
That's what I've been telling people. Anyway, hello everybody. You guys know me. I'm Shane. And today we are going to be talking to Diana Wahler and Nick Brengle of Dick Wengle Productions. Today I'm having them come in and we are going to do a live stream of creating artwork for their upcoming film Singularity. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves here? Here's Diana.
Yeah, so I'm Diana Wahler. I have been a photographer now for over, I don't know, 12, 14 years, but 10 years in DC this time around for sure. And Shane had asked what our origin story was, Nick, and I mean, yeah,
I can
'cause
tell
it's like,
that.
yeah, you tell it better than I do. And so my background really is like the writing portions of it, the
Of the film.
photography portions of it, of this production company we created.
Okay.
And, there's a little dabbles here and there, right? It'll have this other sides of herself, but I think that's primarily um, the managing part too is primarily like my side of the Dick Wangle, Nick.
Yeah, so you mentioned origin story, so not just Singularity, but our origin story. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm Nick Brengle. I have lived in the DC area for 11 years now, just about exact time as Diana, which is funny because we didn't meet till like a few years after that.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and so how we met, what brought me to DC is I'm a filmmaker, a video editor, producer, whatever, all the things into one. And I took a job at a big church in Northern Virginia. And when I left that church, I started a podcast called Atmosphere, where I would find people like Shane or Diana, and I would just say, hey, let me come to wherever you are and let me just talk to you and hear about what you do, because that was a way to network, and I had the gear to do it and the means to put it together. So that's how I met Diana. I saw a photo somebody had reposted on Instagram at the time, and I just reached out, and that boom, that like pretty much from there. When you find people in the art community that actually, everybody has their ideals and theories on art and how you should pursue stuff, and when you find the right people, you got to stick to them. So Diana's one of those, and there's others out there, but they're rare. So when you find people that you can really collaborate with and have meaningful conversations, not just about life, but also in the realm of creating art for other people to hopefully digest however they take it. It's important. So
Yeah,
so yeah.
I actually would say it like opposite of you. I think like we, started slowly in art, I think it was actually back in 2018, if not December 2017 when we first met. And I think our friendship really started growing. And I think that's what this is maybe more than what viewers want to hear, but it is what it is.
We can get into that as we go on here.
But I do think that when you start a production company with your best friend, you do have to have that love and support, because actually I was just thinking about this the other day, Nick, talking with my partner Dan. Um, Nick and I are not together, so we keep saying that all the time. Ariel will fucking kill me. But it's like things keep coming up, right? Like my mom died, like new administration, your dad, not to disclose too much, like things will always continue to happen. And so I think I freak out sometimes because I'm like, oh my god, like Singularity, like we were doing this, which is what we will get to, we promise. But life happens. I mean, I think about the city in DC. You work the 9 to 5 usually, and then you do creative. Like we're not LA, we're not New York, we're not Paris, we're not London, where they have more of this artistic. Like you could do that for your full job. Like a lot of us don't have that privilege, even though we are privileged, right? And so that's all to say is that we started with art, but I think our friendship really, really grew because we did some really cool stuff artistically. But then our friendship really, really blossomed and became solid core, because I do fear, when you commit to yourself, commit to others, of like you want to make sure that things happen, like Singularity, where it's going to happen. I also have realized things will always happen, so you just gotta either commit to it or not, because I swear to God, something else will happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna do this or not? And you're like, no, we're gonna do this. It's a lifelong journey. This production company we have, and so the joke about Dick Wengle is, no, he actually did say it. I've said the story before, 'cause it's true. Not like anything to say it's not true, but I live in DC, off of U Street, and I was walking to your car after our meeting, and you jokingly said, "Well, we can always call it Dick Wangle," and I was like, "What? What the hell? Like, it's like a porn name. We know it's like, we know what it sounds like."
It's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I'm kidding." I was like, "No, that's brilliant. It's our conversion of the names. It's is a joke, which is very much us. And as version though of the yin and yang, the female, the male, the greatness that we all live and work in, there's definitely underlying. But when he said the joke, you were on the curb, like closing like your trunk or something, and you said that, and like that's very much us in a nutshell. So that's a very long, sweeping origin story, but here we are.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, guys. This is great. I guess the whole reason we're here is for your film Singularity. So let's start talking about that. Like, what is Singularity?
All right, I will read. I'll read you the log line. Okay, so in a post-tech boom world, a woman returns to her estranged family's farm to settle her father's affairs, only to uncover unsettling truths about her robot brother and the haunting legacy of her mother's tragic past. So that's the log line. It's pretty mysterious. Doesn't give you a lot. But without giving too much away of the story, Singularity really is about the collision of technology and nature, what it means to be alive. It explores grief, disillusionment, unintended consequences of human innovation, and really one of the biggest things is like, can technology ever replace the imperfect mess of beautiful amazingness that is humanity? And so that kind of gives you a little info.
It's a very relevant story to nowadays, because we are looking down the barrel of that one. So being replaced by robots or something like that. So okay. So usually for these streams, I will kind of jump into just making artwork, just in general, just whatever ideas that come to me. So as I was reading the script and just screenplay for everything, I got a couple ideas kind of running around in my head as we were going. Let me just figure out some stream thing. Hold on. See if I can move you out of the way. Oh, actually.
You want to look at us anymore?
No, I'm gonna make you guys smaller, actually. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna, I think we might honestly just cover my face. Nobody needs to look at that right now. Or maybe I'll put you guys over here. Okay, so some ideas that I was having. So I was first of all thinking about. I actually made. Can you guys see this also? All right, are we? Oh, I'm not sharing
You
screen.
can on FaceTime, but on.
I can. Yeah, I have it pulled. I can see it.
Am I sharing
That's
screen?
on my phone then.
I don't know if this is gonna destroy everything, but I'm gonna try to share screens. Small screen. Let's see here. Window. There we go. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. So I made. Oh, look, I'm in there. I didn't know. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Wait, I might do this again later. Anyway, so can they see that? That's okay. This is something I'm going to keep in mind for later. Anyway,
oh yeah, they can. Yep. We can see.
And I can make it bigger, and then I can see Nick. That's cool.
Yeah.
So like Nick's now smaller. Shane, you're in the circle, and then now I'm seeing more of the artwork as a big one. So that's cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so and I'm glowing over here with the background. Anyway, so I'm gonna put you guys over here. I'm gonna block the other one because nobody needs to see that because I got a better one now. Anyway, so I made this artwork like a while ago, and what I usually do is I'll just take a picture of anything, and then I will go into, like, just grab a computer screen and then take a photo of the screen, so like capture all the pixels and everything like that. Because that really kind of what connected me with the story there is there's a character in it. You mentioned before, the AI brother or the robot brother, Alan. Yes. And I was this sort of this digital kind of idea, like you throughout the story, you kind of I don't know how much you want me to reveal or not, but throughout the story, you kind of reveal how his inner workings kind of play out and how they change throughout the story and everything.
Right.
And that sort of got that idea moving a little bit. So like this sort of a digital soul or something like that. I don't know. You can sort of interpret whatever this image is as something like that. Another idea as I was going through, I actually saw this yesterday on Instagram. This is the artist. I honestly I just found this image on Instagram yesterday, so I don't really know. I don't know too much about the artist, but basically what I've gathered from this is this. I've added the singularity here, but um, uh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm just this artist here ended up making this writing about an artist statement. So for those who are watching who don't know what an artist statement is, it's basically like telling the world why you make art, and it's sort of in a short, brief statement you tell people about what your reasoning for all of this is. And so what this artist made was, let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. What this artist made was basically like, because like all of these things can kind of, what I've gathered from this is that you can kind of pick and choose words, and then they take a different path and all of these different meanings, and they all lead to whatever the statement that he's trying to say here. So this kind of this here. And I thought about that, and the way that he formed the everything here, it looks like a tree. It looks like and it also reminded me of coding a little bit. So kind of like a coding language where like I don't know too much about it, but you type in something, and then there's another set of lines that come from it, and then I believe with AI there's
DNA.
yeah, DNA, things like that. So I was thinking for a cover or something like that, maybe half of this image could be. So when you're like for coding specifically, I'm thinking for what was the robot's name again?
Alan.
Alan. For Alan's point of view, it's like a very logical, like from over here. Oh, let me zoom in here. Very logical. So like, how can I like? So that's very just like you can take steps, and then down the middle here it'll be what was the other character's name again? Evelyn. For her half of the image. It's very illogical. Very not. I'm not saying that she's illogical, but it's very like it's not robotic. It's not just like one thing after another. It's just all of these different conflicting statements that come around and all of these different feelings and everything like that. So that was an idea, and off of the images that you showed me or you sent me, let me see if I can grab those.
That's a cool idea. I didn't even think of that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
With I think an overlay though, because I actually how my brain works is both ways. But the first picture you had sent or that you showed with the I don't know back of an alien-like figure overlaid with this, and that's coming out of that person's brain essentially. Is how I would
Right. Oh, this
think
one here,
it.
you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking it could be coming out of like these words could come out of that in some form. I was also looking at the images here. The one that stood out to me the most, honestly, was this fella here. Tell me the story on this, because I'm so intrigued by this.
That's Tom's and Gretchen's son, who made that out of, I don't know what kind of paper. I mean, it was thicker paper, like almost,
like cardboard.
the cardboard paper towel type where you can kind of still mold it, so it's still malleable.
Mm-hmm.
And he made that years and years. Seth is his name. We've not met Amanda, but he made that years and years and years ago, and that's exactly like because it is a very much structure of, when you see Frankenstein and stuff like that, the
Yeah.
script is about AI and it's about building. We don't get into that, but
Mm-hmm.
like to detail, right, within the script. But there is this element of like, having not. You know how you see like these mannequins and there's sometimes like completely like there's not even arms or limbs,
Mm-hmm.
but you understand the silhouette of the dress that you're
Yeah.
making.
Yeah.
That would be like similar to the script. And we also just ran into this. They found it. And we're like, well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that's where that origin is from. Is an art project by one of their son, Tom Gresham, who owned the home where in Ashton, Virginia, where this film was written by Nick and where it will be placed. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's the
it's the
home.
house. That was shot 3 years ago now, Nick.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
2 years ago now.
I think 3.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So tell me about the why you chose this house. Like why is this important?
Well, the house chose me, and it
Yeah.
really was more. I mean, this is interwoven, I think, in pretty much all the things that I try to do that have to do with just human experience, having relationships, love, death, dealing with all of those things. And then how I'm going to wrap into that is that me, from Diane and I becoming friends, and then fast forwarding to, hey, you need to meet Tom, right? And then, then we end up spending a weekend at this beautiful property, and I had no intention of sitting down and just literally vomiting out basically 30 pages in like a day.
Yeah.
But Tom, who I'll briefly just say Tom, he was a political cartoonist for the Washington Post, but his whole career basically. But one of his, I think, things he pushed a lot over the years was environmental stuff, but also artificial intelligence. And so we had this kind of conversation about AI. I'm just fascinated by all that stuff. And for some reason, we had that conversation, and the next day, I pretty much spent the whole day in what is their library, and I just they want us to create art on this land that they bought. That's their whole idea. Is they want people to come, and they want it to be a place of artistic refuge or whatnot. And so that helped me to think outside the box as well. And so I just started writing that story, and like most of the things I write, it's usually centered around love and death and how those things kind of intertwine in a multitude of ways that we can't imagine. So that's where the idea came from.
Okay. Well, in the idea of love and death. So tell me about the characters within the story. Like, I guess.
So the lead is Evelyn, and Evelyn is a woman who who grew up in a home that wasn't necessarily not loving, just a dad who was obsessed with his work, and a mother who was dealing with a lot of other issues, and I don't want to give too much away from the script, but dealing with a lot of things. And so Evelyn grew up sort of figuring out life on her own, but also highly intelligent. Her parents clearly were very smart, so she was able to figure out, okay, I'm going to get out of here as soon as I can and go away to college and whatever she did. And this is kind of almost 20 years later. She's coming back to her childhood home for the first time. And that right there kind of tells you how much trauma may be built up for somebody not wanting to return home for that long. And so she's coming back home, not with a mentality of, like, this is going to be an emotional roller coaster or anything. She seems to have her, her shit together, right? But things change because things happen unexpectedly that she's not really maybe prepared for.
No, definitely.
And then on the other side is her brother, Alan, who you find out very early on, it's not a secret, he is not a human, he was created, he's an AI, and and you have to think visually of, Michael Fassbender in Prometheus, or he literally just looks like a human. He doesn't show any signs really of that he's a robot, except for his demeanor and kind of how he speaks. And so it's the two of them, and it kind of takes place over a weekend, and pretty quickly, it being a short film, pretty quickly the story kind of dives into the critical issues of the story, and Alan basically spends the weekend really trying to help Evelyn, whether she likes it or not, relive some of those past memories, and try to understand herself. But in another way, Alan's really trying to understand himself as well. And it all kind of culminates to an ending that, that is interesting. At least I think so. So,
Okay.
yeah. I hope it's interesting.
Okay, so that's great. That is a great telling of the story here. So I'm kind of going through a couple other photos just as we kind of start.
See, that's
here.
why when you put that photo there, so the the very first photo that you created with in my mind, how my brain works with the silhouette of that guy, right? And that mirrored a little bit of that humanoid body that Seth made out of cardboard, and then you had the live, not live stream, but the artist statement of this web, which mirrors this tree, which is going to be one of the poignant shots.
Very much a focal point, yes.
Of this tree, very much looks like this tree on the property that so there are some overlaps between the images that you yourself, based on the script, started to pull together, and what we actually have as signature points, whether it be locations or just even the background is probably where that figure might lay. It might not even be an actual front and center per se.
Okay, so I'm thinking. I think I might start with the. So I think I'm going to start with the sort of the artist statement thing here. I want to get. I guess we can make a just like a line of words for each character, for Evelyn, and for I'm sorry, I keep forgetting his name. Alan. So I think I wanna just start with that. So let's just go ahead, clear everything. Here's Singularity. So let's go ahead and start with Evelyn. So like I guess we can start with her reason for being here, and then we'll kind of merge these words together as we go on. So what's
the reason she's there is death. Her father died, so that would be.
Okay.
I think it'd be like directive authority. And what is the term? It's like the will that said like she has that's why she's there. It's not just death, but she
was asked.
It's not even like the estate. It's the will. It's legal. She probably wouldn't have showed up unless it were like something legal.
All right, let's just go with legal. Okay. What's another word for will? Like a let me think here.
Well, let's be the estate.
Estate, yeah.
Which also helps with this house. That's also the whole story is taking place. But yeah, it's the estate.
And then other words, obviously trauma, family.
Said trauma.
Trauma.
So
I'd probably also say loneliness.
Loneliness, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because that's another big piece too, is that you find in the story that these two, this brother and sister, they've actually kind of been, they're completely different lives, obviously, but I think they come to find like we've actually kind of been the same. Like even though I've been gone for 20 years, I've basically been just as lonely as you here by yourself.
Yeah. I probably like she's a little dignified, also though.
Dignified.
Yeah, she comes off as if she's better, but it's because it's rooted in trauma, right? I think anybody who's dealt with trauma work, it's a way to work through that, to feel like you're, I would say dignified for her.
She has this shell of all of those things, definitely. She has yet, probably in the last, at least for the audience, we don't know any different, that she hasn't had to face anything like this, maybe as an adult or ever. And so she puts on this, it's not like she's acting, but she's putting on a face kind of, and you get to see that unravel in a way. And then, of course, once we get to Alan, you see that on the other side, in a way that we're not going to fully give away, but you see it in the opposite with Alan, which when writing the story, some of those things you don't think about that. I don't always, when I'm writing, it just keeps coming, and I don't always fully understand it until after the fact when I read it. And yeah, so it probably took me a while to see those types of storylines within it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think too is that overarching. We'll get to Alan, and then we'll start. The Venn diagram. So we'll start. So essentially, kind of what we're in a weird way making. Is the dystopia, right? So at this point, hundreds of years later, after the demise of United States of America, they're living in this world where there is a lot of, how do you say, anti-hope. Like it's there's not much. You're just existing at a point, right? So you're it's not like, oh, like everybody, like, I think a lot of the dystopia films go towards like everybody's killing each other for resources, or everybody's just completely robotic, halfway, like half their limbs or that. That's not what this story is about. I found this story in being in the place, reading the characters, in a way becoming the characters through Nick's mind, is it's more of the loss of just humanity, of just, and what in humanity I mean, that soul, spiritual, philosophical sense of awe, lack of awe, AWE.
Lack of awe.
It's a bit depressing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. You said lack of awe. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just like lack of awe, awe. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see this here. Okay, I'm just gonna move some words around. So it starts with death. That's kind of where I guess both Simon. I don't know why I keep forgetting the names here. Alan. I'm going to keep.
Not even exists in this.
I'm going to keep forgetting. I do apologize.
The dog.
Yes.
I would say death, and then I would say estate, and I would say legal, and then I would probably say, I'd actually probably say Fox superiority, because that's her ego's kind of driving her going there, and then I would say family, and then I would say father, and then I would say trauma.
Well, we need mother in there.
Oh
Or
yes,
if we have
yeah.
father, we probably should have mother because it's just
I thought I put, but I
uh,
thought I put, I
family
mean,
is unknown. Okay. Yeah.
well, because family would also mean the brother, Alan.
Yeah, I was gonna connect
Like,
those two as they
like the father's the one that died, and so
That's true.
family in my
Family's
mind,
still around. Right.
yeah, yeah,
So we could have them all individual. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works.
yeah. Then I would
So,
take out family and just put mother and brother as
um
separate or
I'm gonna
only.
I'm just putting that one in for later. Okay, so
So I would take out family, and I would put probably father, and then I would put brother, and then I would put mother. Yeah.
okay. Um, let's see here. Okay, so let me just get this guy in here in some capacity, just so I can kind of map out where we want to go here. Hold on, go upside down.
I like it like that.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Okay, so
So we're gonna do our production logo, Shane.
am I gonna do what the animated one or the
All of it.
I mean if maybe I'm not the best on logo yet, but I could potentially.
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
So here.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Photoshop is fighting me right now. Hold on. Damn, okay. Hold on, give me a sec here. Um, I wanna as the branches and everything like that. So I mean I know that's kind of a it's kind of a I don't want to call it a trope, but like it's a hold on, let me I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do it, and we'll figure it out from there. So
I was wondering if we can like have both the trees coming out from each other, like one on one side, one on the other.
yeah, that's sort of what I was saying. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking because the convergence of AI and human,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe it would be coming from it would be coming from the other direction. So Alan's tree would be coming from here, and then they would meet in the middle
Yeah.
through the sky instead of from the ground, but from the sky instead. So
Yeah. And even like the roots, like I don't know if you wanted like to add two more layers because it's like it is a convergence of of AI and human, but then what spawns that is this emergence of how do you live with both of them, and the final series of you become one with them.
mm,
So there's just it's cyclical,
yeah,
right? Um, it's like the four seasons of weather.
yeah, right.
So I'd flip it almost. So the roots are all the roots are
Well,
always coming from each other.
I wanna see where this is gonna go just before we
Yeah.
kind of figure out what's going on here. But so I'm gonna grab this guy, and he's gonna come with us. So I guess I want to make this side a little bit more um, I want to say the word robotic because that makes sense, but let's see what I can do here.
Yeah.
So
So good word to use.
let me think.
Yeah, that's cool. That's exactly what I was kind of going with. Or like, yeah, you were going with. And then I was like, yeah, go with it.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Let's play around here a little bit. I'm like ready to like get into my. I don't know if you guys seen my the way that the other streams or anything like that, but I've gone like completely different from where it started. So
So I'm saying you let us know, or myself, whenever, because I'd rather not watch the whole thing.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, you got dinner and stuff
no,
coming up.
I'll be thinking about it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
Got dinner. Do you want to deal with Alan's side before?
Yeah,
and
let's
then
go ahead and let's go ahead and get
those words.
Alan's words. Yeah, that'd be a good start here. So
And then that could help maybe.
Simon.
I like that.
Simon,
Like
yes.
the yeah.
Alan, he's funny. He's goofy. I'm kidding.
He's a little goofy.
Yeah, it's just a little. Some of the things that he does in there, I say.
Compared to other robots I know, I think
Yeah.
it's quite funny.
Yeah.
No, Alan is. He's not content. He seems content, but he's not. I don't know what the word for that is. Discontent. Man, he's also. I mean, he's also lonely. He really is searching for something.
Yeah.
And he's guiding. He's guiding Evelyn in a way, or leading her towards. Maybe not leading. He's pushing. He's leading,
you picked the wrong person.
it's in a way that's not really like a leader. He's what else is he doing?
Can I talk?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I actually don't. I mean, I don't know if he's discontent. I think it's definitely he's discontent in the sense that obviously he's lost everything. He's at an abandoned house, but he's not attached. Like he will be okay regardless of what does or does not happen. I would say not attached versus detached. There is a difference. Detached meaning in my belief system, like you're just not there, you don't care. Not attached is that you truly care, but you're so committed to the existence of whatever it is that you won't interfere with what may or may not happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do find Alan to be goofy. I do find Alan to actually see. No, I'm serious. I do see. He's not the opposite of Evelyn that continues to play. Like if you're the one person sassy and funny, the other person, humble and dopey. I think he finally realized because he's not attached, because he's lonely and discontent, he just finds humor. He's a little bit like Tom. He finds, not that Tom's discontent, but like he finds humor in the leaf that's flown down from the tree. He's
picked
he's
the wrong
appreciative.
person to be typing words because I cannot spell anything.
No one can spell, Shane. Just write it
There you
and
go.
fix it later. But I would say if he's appreciative, too.
I mean,
I think also his idea of saying humor is like it's not ha type humor. It's he obviously is seeing the world in a very different way, and he's also musical. He's a good cook. He's I mean, obviously he could do anything. He can.
The funny thing is that he enjoys things that he enjoys to do things. He enjoys to learn about things that he himself can't even quite enjoy, right? Whereas she's a lack of. Like he's someone, a connoisseur. He does all these things because he's found delight in them, because he, I guess was programmed to do that, right? I mean, the idea of like why you create a robot to begin with, especially a household robot, is the chores, this or that. But over time, that becomes your thing. That's and versus humans at that point. Not that they don't do those things, but like Evelyn's a scientist. She's not going to be like, oh my god, this spaghetti I made is like, I'm really there in the presence. That's not what her objective is in life anymore.
Right. But also, to be clear about the way why Alan was created, he was not created to be doing all the things he's doing now. He really was. Yeah. He was created to be a part of the family. That was the idea, is that he wasn't going to be like a maid or whatnot. But of course, over the course of many years, he had to take care of these people. And
he's a child, because that's what children do. As your parents, become unable, and you're the only child left, you do those things.
Right.
So you end up being the very thing that, most people see as a robot at the end of, that's kind of how life is, right?
Yeah, like the word obligation means nothing to him.
Yeah.
He's not obligated to it, he just does. He does, there's no...
Yeah.
So we got...
This is like a debrief of the script.
Yeah,
this is therapeutic, Shane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, so... I've got 2 more words here.
I think I would put him as a good old boy. Like...
Good old boy.
No, like,
what do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how in such an American cinematography, it's just like the guy always did good. He just was always there, always helping out, always just saying, "Yeah, no problem." But like not in a like, I'm gonna get you in the Singularity Part 2. He's just is like, yeah, I'm a good old boy. Yeah, good natured. Yeah.
Definitely good natured. Yes.
Okay. Well.
Ooh, I'm tired.
This has been great.
It's like a therapy session.
It really is. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking I might just get to work on this situation over here. Is there anything else that you guys would like to add for the viewers or anything like that? I don't think there's any. Well, there's a couple people in the chat. I could see if anybody was open to.
Any questions or anything?
Questions?
I don't answer questions.
Cursing will probably be involved, though.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, I'll just leave it open for a couple seconds because it's gonna take a second to send out. But yeah, do
I
you
do like
guys?
them merging together too. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
cause
you don't know what to do.
yeah,
I do like the idea of black, white, and gray though. Just FYI,
yeah.
because that's just something that we keep playing on with this yin yang of the production company and
Mm-hmm.
all everything. But
Yeah, I've looked at a lot of your stuff, and I know what I'm looking at now. It's gonna look like a totally different universe.
We're gonna
Which
we're
is even got me
gonna
excited. That's why I'm like, I want to see this. Like, I
yeah.
want.
Yeah, yeah, we're in the backyard now, but we're gonna we're gonna be in the dumpster by the next.
And I really do.
Yeah,
I really do
yeah.
like. I've talked to so many different people who have not so a good handful of people have read the script or have talked about the story, and it's just interesting. Everybody kind of has pulled something different. So I really like that one. You have this image where you thought of the soul,
Mm-hmm.
and then this other image. It's like juxtaposing two very different individuals, but in a very like I know this isn't what we're going for, but I didn't think of this was like that scientific way, the code, like you said, the coding and
Mm-hmm.
the Venn diagram and how it all connects. I find that fascinating because that's something like Diana said, obviously this isn't a feature length film. We're not exploring the dynamics behind how the robots are made. You're not going to be seeing all of that crazy sci-fi side of it. This is a story that's much more rooted in the conversations between these people, and it's left up to us, like how you're interpreting it, for you to figure out. And there's no right or wrong. It's like here's the story, and you get to create what you think is in the past and present. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that our brains all work differently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, yeah.
Even Nick's and I, as a as a as a duo,
mine barely
you know,
works, but
well, mine is not working even as I speak. But the like even with my mom's passing, a year and a half ago, like reading the script again and then going, talking to them, like bringing that back up again. Death is very close to me right now. And so you do think about like, what if you did have a second chance? What if you did have the opportunity to um, incept yourself into a new journal?
Mm-hmm.
It that's what I literally have a grief therapist. We have these scenarios like when I meditate all the time, like we get the opportunity to talk with someone again. That's actually at the very forefront. So when you have the script in front of you, you think about like, well, what is the possibility of doing that? One day. It's just different than when we wrote. He wrote it 3 years ago. We were working on it too. When you lose someone that is important to you, and you have the idea of like, well, what if you could do that? You do view things differently, even if it's a script that your friend wrote. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm tired.
Well, yeah.
Please.
Well, yeah.
This is like a therapy session.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are welcome to stay on if you'd like. I'm probably gonna just like hyper focus and then just kind of go straight into the stream here and kind of make
I'll
it
watch
work.
the replay tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to tune back in, otherwise I'll get hooked
Yeah. Yeah.
And I appreciate you, Shane. I'm looking forward to seeing what you create.
Of course.
Yes, thank you, Shane, so much, and thanks for having us. And
Of course.
for anybody who is watching, even just halfway watching, we appreciate you just listening in. This is a therapy session for me, so if nothing else,
who should send the bill? Shane or me?
Laura.
Wait, what the heck?
It's always Laura.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
All right, love
Have
you.
a good night. Love you.
Yeah,
See you guys.
love you.
Bye.
Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Where's the FaceTime? Okay, I think I'm all right. Well, thank you so much, viewers. We're gonna get started on this. I did want my little face in the corner, I'll be honest with you, but we'll have to just leave that one out for now. Hi, we're back. Thank you so much for watching. This has been great. All right, so now I'm hearing an echo. Hold on. Oh, I know why I'm hearing an echo. Because I can hear myself. Hello. Okay. All right. You guys ready? I certainly am. All right, let's get rid of FaceTime. Close window. There we go. Okay. So, what's the stream saying? I don't know. I just feel like I have to tell you guys. I just got a new microphone, and I also am so sorry to the listeners. I got a new microphone. Why am I talking in like slow motion right now? Okay, got a microphone. Hello. I sound wonderful. Anyway, all right. So basically, we got all that information. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Nick. Um, so my idea here is that we are between two very different characters, and we got to figure out how they're gonna meet in the middle. So let's see here. In the middle at Singularity. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking in slow motion right now. This is weird. All right, let's get. How many words did I spell wrong? I was during the conversation I was hearing, or I was looking at the what do you call it? Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, Chrome, there we go. Move out of the corner. Can I? Oh, wrong one. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna sit here and stare at this for a moment just to see, whoops, see what's going on here. Okay, we've got these two. Okay. I don't like that you guys can hear just me slamming on the desk the whole time, but we're gonna have to deal with that. Is that it? No, that's the wrong way. Sorry. Alright, you might just have to hear me clicking. So the idea, I'm just sort of basing things off the word singularity right now, um, because it sounds like. Let me just figure out this color situation. Hold on. So it's basically like when one thing becomes, well, two things become one, or everything. A singularity is a single point where everything just comes together. So that's sort of what they were talking about here. Okay, I gotta fix this. I have a monitor in my ear so I could hear myself talking, and I don't like that. I can't do that. Okay, hold on one second. Order. Let's see. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, now I can actually hear I can talk. So anyway, so singularity, it's like a single point where everything comes together, and that's sort of what we were talking about, trying to find that. Another word that recently that I came up with, or I didn't come up with, but I found was the word parallax, which means the effect whereby the position or direction of an object appears to differ when viewed from different positions, e.g., a viewfinder or the lens of a camera. So basically, I'm gonna figure out a way to connect that somehow. I guess like they both have both characters in the story have they both. I kind of need them there for this because I didn't write the story, so I want to get like some sort of understanding on where they're coming from, but we will figure this out. So I'm gonna grab this guy. Sometimes it's difficult to verbalize the feelings that I have, so we're just gonna we're going to figure that out here. You guys just sit back and watch, and we'll have a good time, okay? I'm gonna push through. So I'm gonna. All right, let's get some music going. How's everybody doing? How my two viewers doing, huh? Let's see here. Spotify. That's what I'm looking for. So they were talking about the yin and yang. So the darkness uh, against the light. So what I'm thinking here, I mean, what this image already has dropped down is that the robot comes from the darkness, and the human comes from the light. Now, it's sort of a kind of funny concept because the positive one in this is the robot. So we're kind of like you sort of associate humanity as this joyous thing, the thing that can feel emotion, but but it's the robot that feels the joy. So it's like it's kind of an interesting thing here. So I'm gonna. Huh. We're gonna mess around with the color here. Okay, you know what? I think I just want, first of all, to just merge these two images and then kind of figure out where to go from there. So forget about everything else. Let's make a new group. Okay, so we got the groups here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and combine these two. Distort. No, I need warp. Okay, now we're just going to merge these two. Let's do an 8x10. Grand. What's grand? Yeah, I bet you guys can probably hear me breathing here. I apologize for that. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead. We're going to let the computer do what it wants for a second. So just bring this in here. I kind of want to get like a. I want it to be like a bit of a weird angle, because it is. I guess understanding other people. Oh yes, thank you, thank you for telling me with the grand here. I guess it's like understanding relationships and seeing people from other from their differing perspectives. It seems to be kind of a big standout here. But they still they still end up connecting in the end of it. I think is really what we're trying to find here. And one character, Evelyn, I believe her name was, her father dies. Oh, wait, you know what? That was at the beginning of the story, so I don't know how much. I gotta be careful because I don't know how much I'm supposed to reveal or not reveal because the story it hasn't been filmed, or we're in the process of being filmed, so like we're still figuring everything out. But Let's just figure out the trees, see what's going on in here. Let's just like kind of cover this area up. You know what? Actually, let's leave that in there, I think. Alright, so let's look at some words here. Let's look for... Where are these words? Come on, buddy. So we got the words guide, non-attachment, discontent, present, joy, appreciative, playful, care, searching, music. Let's just make sure searching and music are separate there. Now I think I want one one half of this image to be, as I was saying, because the character is a robot. I want this character to be, I want it to be more like in binary code or something like that. So this tree here, let me just make a shape real quick. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use this one here. So let's go ahead, plop that down there. Gotta get like a good half of the tree. That way we can kind of figure out what is, where he is coming from versus where she is coming from. So we're gonna change just the tree. Alright, well, let's just change the whole scene and then see what happens. I think, yeah, okay. Let's just go ahead and turn this guy off here. So let's think about this. So, I'm gonna go into a menu here that you guys can't see, unfortunately, but trust me, I am doing something. Let's see. Image mode. So there we go. Go ahead and change the color. Make it just black and white. There we go. Or, okay, so I actually planned for this, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm still going to take this half of the image. We're just going to do only this half of the image. Now, what I like to do is I like to have the, I like to take photo of the screen. So let's just go ahead and do that and kind of figure out like what this digital man is going to be. So let me just go ahead and get that prepared real quick. And so for this, usually I like to have the lens cap off. That's probably a great start. So when you guys like look at a screen, it's sort of like you can see the pixels. You can see the way that the whole image kind of shimmers. If you get like your phone, where is my phone? If you get your phone and you put your camera up to the screen, you can see the way that like the shutter speed of the camera or something like that will cooperate with the pixels of the screen. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do here. If I can locate my phone, there it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead. First of all, just look in the phone here, kind of figure out a good angle and understanding of what this thing is. So I can then switch to the camera. All right. All right, sorry microphone, I'm gonna have to move you. Sorry for the sound. All right. Sometimes with the higher quality monitors, it's a little difficult, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my other computer. How am I gonna pull that off exactly? Maybe I won't be able to pull that off, but that's okay. We'll figure this out. So, what is this one? I'm going to my Mac here. So I just want to capture those pixels if I can. All right, I need both hands for this. Yeah, there's some pixels. Okay. And so we're going to take some of those images. Ooh. Take some of those images over here. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of those images. wait for it to load here, but how we doing? It's way too bright. It's taking a while to load. Sorry about that. Gotta get this one going. There we go. Let's go ahead and try this guy, I think. Yeah, so we got this guy here. Yeah, of course I added in the pixelation, kind of figure out what that image is here. And we're going to bring this guy back. And then, you know what? We're going to just mess around and we're going to just jack this entire situation up. So I'm going to merge only these two layers. And just go ahead and let you guys sleep. So now these two layers are merged. So we're going to just kind of mess around here. And see, my favorite part of these is, so if we get really close, you can see that pixelation. You can see that line there. And what I really want is those two things to talk to each other in some way. So, like, you see that blurriness that's going on right there. I want, like, it to overlap just a bit. So, because you know, well, I don't really know, actually. I don't know where this is going. I'm really just trying to talk to keep you entertained, but sometimes you gotta watch. You gotta watch and listen. See what's going on. So. They both have like two very different perspectives on life. So them coming together to make this. So like he is. I'm not gonna reveal the story, but he is. It gives her a chance to relive those moments throughout her life that she was trying to understand or something like that. Yeah, I don't want this line down the middle here, so we gotta figure that out a little bit, but maybe flip it to the side. And maybe there's something like I like how this one's kind of stretching to the side here, so maybe there's something. Just hold on, I'm just gonna look at this whole thing here. Hold on. I'm just gonna look at this one for fun. This one's just for entertainment purposes. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with it, but I like that little fold there. It looks pretty cool. something interesting to look at. I mean, just full screen that might as. How much time are we at? We're at, only an hour 32. Okay, not bad. Okay, we're gonna. See, what stands out to me the most is this really big branch that kind of goes off the screen. So I want to work that one in because I don't know. Replace. I don't even know where this layer is. There it is. And I want them both like connecting to each other because they sort of meet in the middle. You know, the image can kind of take a weird journey with it because, you know, why not? And also I have to do my signature signature line off the screen as well. I don't know. I think that goes a little too far. We're just gonna grab like this branch right here and just go for it, you know? We gotta somehow connect them. Clockwise. So let's kind of mess around with. I mean, this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go in a direction with this, and then we'll figure it out from there. But this is not permanent. I'm just doing it as I please at the moment. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Like, I'm liking the shape that it's sort of making here. Like this oval sort of shape going on. So we're gonna kind of lean into that a little bit. Wait, no, hold on. I know for most of my streams I've been like pretty talkative, but this one I feel like I have to really focus on. So if you guys are saying something, hold on, let me see what's going on. Oh, Tom. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, Thomas. Oh, I just sorry, I just saw that Jake left. Sorry, bye, Jake. Thanks for being on. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, layer. Let's just go ahead and merge these layers. Didn't really do what I wanted it to, but that's okay. Let's just get like a good little base for it. I don't know. I mean, it's like a good start. I don't know where to go from here. I mean, I like it. It's great. I just like, I don't know where to go. Huh. Just gonna keep filling in these little corners here, but. Maybe I'll just like define these lines a little bit more, just so it looks like a tree instead of sort of a blob. It's a bit of a difficult concept that I'm trying to come up with here. I don't know, dude. We gotta do like the handshake right in the middle so they can like touch. There you go. Hmm. Alright, let's get into color. You know what? Let's just have some fun. I'm like sitting here stressing about like what is this gonna be. So let's just get some color in here, or not color, we can whichever. I don't know. We always kind of like hit this for for most of the streams where I'm like I hit a point where I'm like I have no clue what the hell's going on anymore. Let's see here. So, yeah, it's just like I do feel like I'm like just like slamming away, just going for it. Yeah. It's like catch this 360 no scope real quick. I gotta pull this off. I can pull off this trick for sure. There's like this depth that's kind of going on here. So let me kind of accentuate that a little bit. Kind of figure out where that's coming from or going, whichever comes up first. Warp. I don't know. So this is very difficult. I don't know. How much time we at here? 148, not bad. It's got to be more. It's got to be more just like logical, because like the side that I'm doing here is the robot side. I guess the one I've sort of been focusing on, because like that was like the character I got the most understanding or idea from. So I gotta figure out like. Did I duplicate that also? But at the same time, okay, so the character is like, he's more. He's a robot, so he like it's like logic based, but everything like that. But then he's the happy one, so I don't know. It's difficult to grasp this idea. Okay, maybe there's too many distractions. We gotta simplify it a little bit. Is that from the original? That is from the original image, so. Alright, I'm seeing this. I'm gonna grab some of this, kind of see where it goes. New image, just toss that in there. I mean, I see all of these little lines going up and down, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this one, call this one a first draft, just to get kind of an idea of what's going on. But we're gonna go ahead, save this one. We're gonna name it where am I? Okay, save that, and now I'm gonna move over here. What do you mean Manitoba jump scare? I don't know the context here. It's really pixelated, but that's okay. We can figure that out. look, look like the shape of it. I would be terrified also. I'm glad I missed that. All right, we went too far. I don't know. Okay, this is no. We're going back. Let's just go back to where we started. You know what? Just that guy there. Yep, horizontal. I'm having so many challenges today. Alright, let's just start throwing some letters and words in there and see what happens. So, what happened to that? Hold on. What happened to that parallax that I was talking about earlier? Oh, that's something. Wait a minute. I think I found something. Wait a minute. We got something going on here. Just that little box right there is interesting to me. We're gonna keep that there. Okay, I'm going to grab this little fella here. Go ahead and make a new layer with that guy. I mean, they did say black and white, so I could just try, like, just taking the color out of it completely. Yeah, taking out the color, I think that's probably a good idea because it there's a lot of distraction in everything else. So oh, I just realized I'm working with a JPEG also. That the quality of the image is going to be a little low, but that's okay. Yeah, I gotta just make sure that they're like connected in some way. Alright, so let me add a little frame in here so I can just see what's going on. Oh, whoops. Wait. Nope. Didn't want to destroy the whole thing. Okay. Deselect. Just wanted a little frame, if possible. Nope, that just deletes the whole layer. That's not what I want. There we go. Alright, I gotta mess that one up. Let's try again. I'm like focusing so hard here. Maybe I should just get this in there. There we go. It's very uneven, but you know what? We're gonna have to deal. Okay. Nope. Let's see here. I don't know. I mean, okay, we're gonna grab that gradient thing again. Excuse me. I mean, I like okay. I make this. I made this image here, and I am not personally. I'm not like the Sylvia Plath type, but this is like immediately what I think about. And I mean, I guess it's not a it's a story of trauma, story of like fixing your traumas or confronting your traumas or just being aware of your traumas. So like I can understand that for this sort of look here. It's not me personally. I don't seek that kind of thing. I don't seek like this sort of artwork out. So I'm like kind of out of my element a little bit. It is. I mean, it is something. It is something that's I'm into exploring more because it's getting something out of it at least. I probably should Probably should do. Yeah. And we're just gonna go to a new, completely new layer. Kinda. That's good for now. Nope. Actually, I guess so, but because I'm just gonna crop it. Yeah, I mean, it really does look like one of those. Like, I used to work in a bookstore when I was in college, and it looks like one of those the bell jar or something like that. It looks like the cover. Where is my internet here? It looks like the cover of one of those type of books. Like, hold on. Like that kind of like dark and gritty kind of thing. I mean, it is. I mean, there are plenty of artworks and everything like that that have that, but I'm out of my element here. That's kind of what I'm commenting on here. So, it looks cool. I mean, let me get Singularity back out of there, but let me get that word. Where'd the word go? Come on, give me the word. There you go. Just kind of cut. Alright, let's just take a look at this here for a secchi. First of all, maybe I'll bend it in a little bit. Alright, I think I have to cut it in half, but I've been doing this effect a lot with some of my artworks lately, just to kind of get that like wide. I like that, like the distance, get kind of a idea of distance out. The X-ray effect is cool. I'm not sure what you're talking about. The X-ray effect. Are you? Is that just the TV or is that me? Let's go with distort. That's something. If I flip it vertically, it does this. So. I like that. I'm just going to save this for later, but for now, I'm just going to... Okay. I don't usually do this, but you know what? This time, I am going to. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy in some form. So we're just going to straight up take this guy and run with him. See what happens. How much time we got? 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. And it gets rid of all of the like pixels whenever I make it into color or something. I don't know. I think I might need to work on it more. But it's an idea. I really want to accentuate the pixelized though. So maybe I like... Maybe I just go straight in and change the colors. That's something. Alright, I'm gonna start drawing it now, so, okay. Just to kind of figure out, like, okay. the lines and how they connect is really what I'm thinking about right now. So, Evelyn's character is right here. It's the E-V-E. Evelyn, and not Simon. What's his freaking name? I keep forgetting it. I have the script, but, you know... I can't tell you right now. I'm gonna write robot. Robot, okay? Robot. So the lines that are connecting them are right there. Let me think about the colors. Colors of these lines here. So let's make this a little smaller first of all. And so, okay, we got all these words that I was talking about before. So where are all the words? There's singularity, yes, but groups, there you go. Like, I almost don't want to, I don't even want to look at it right now. That's where I'm at right now. Okay, so. So, the lines that are coming through here, that's like a big connector right there. This line right here. Another is kind of like right here, and it kind of gets fuzzy, and then comes back over there. And then, let's see. I'm just doing like the lines that connect them right now, I think. So, I think I have to work on this one a little bit, but that sort of connects them there. That kind of connects them. I don't like what I'm drawing, but we're gonna just keep moving. That's unfortunate. Should I erase this? I don't know. We're just gonna... Whatever, okay? You guys don't see it, I don't see it. Don't worry about it. It's not what you think it is. Just keep going. So then, okay, so these are all the lines that connect that I can see. Maybe I'm just drawing it. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, these are the lines that connect. It's a leaf. It looks like a leaf, I swear. Anyway, but then there's lines that don't connect, and they kind of go in other directions. So I think for him, it's going to be kind of a blue. So there's lines that go that way, lines that sort of like go off the screen a little bit. There's this line over here that kind of goes to that one as well. And then, you know, right there. Same thing that way. Although those could connect if you really thought about it. And then in here, it's like lines that kind of go there. And this one, it kind of just gets lost in the middle right there. And then there's all these, right? Just like going up in whatever direction, but they're not really connecting. Now, it doesn't really go with the narrative of the story, maybe, but we can sort of figure that out still. We're still workshopping everything here. But... you know, like that. Some of these lines don't really even go anywhere. That's like... Alan, thank you. I keep forgetting the name. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with that exactly, but it's something. And they asked me to do something, and I did something. So you know, like, it's interesting. Hmm. Well, it just hit 10 o'clock, so we've been here for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't know. Any suggestions from the audience there? I mean, I don't even know who's here. I can see a couple folks are here. I don't know. What do we think? I mean, I can't. I'll definitely be working on this later, but you know, where'd my mouse go? See that little green in the bottom corner? I gotta fix. It's something. We could add. Just because I always think it's funny to do this, I'm gonna add a little sepia tone to it. Not P tone. I don't really want a P. I want more of a kind of right there. It's not an orange thing though. It's kind of like oh, we're about to get into color theory, I think. Well, it is based in emotion, so you know maybe black is right. Black and white is right. That would make the most sense. Maybe keep just like a little bit of yellow. I don't know. I'm one for color, so I just. Let's just turn it off. Oh, the light in the center. Yes, I forgot about that guy. This one, yeah. All right, let's get that light there. Okay, yeah, the lines, let's look at the lines here. So the lines that really do connect, there's like the strongest one that's like right there. So let's. Like it's a good idea. I just like it's sort of difficult to perform, you know. Maybe gray instead of black, so we can still see everything, you know. I mean, yeah. Oh, here is this the X-ray thing that you were talking about? I'll just kind of sit on that for a second. I'll wait for the stream to figure it out there. But. Are we talking about the ah. Yes, that's the X-ray thing. Okay, let's. Not sure why it's not moving around, but. No, we're up. I'm getting up to something again. Okay, so I see. I love this here. So we're gonna go ahead and merge those layers, and we're gonna bring the house in there just slightly, just enough to see the house, but not enough to like be in the house, you know. Yeah, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing here? Yeah, I'm definitely getting in there. So we're just gonna bring the house. Ah. I don't even know where you're going. Ouch. So I have the microphone now, so it's probably worse sounding. I don't know. But we've made some progress. I will say, we have made some progress. I don't know where I'm going to go from this. I mean, like... Oops. It's interesting. I have a lot of interest in this. It's just like, what am I... The pixel. I mean, most of my artwork is very like building, like these like everything going on in the background. Most of my artwork is like this. So like something that's organic or something that's like not quite there is a little bit more difficult for me. So I sort of resort back to this this sort of grid pattern. So I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it more. I will look into it more. Because I want to see what direction it goes in. Maybe I'll talk to Nick and Diana again. Maybe on stream, maybe not on stream. I'm not sure, but it's something I'll mess around with for a little while. See where I can take it, because it's pretty interesting. That being said, it's about 2 hours and almost 2 hours and 45 minutes. This has been a pretty good stream for me personally. I've enjoyed it. I don't know where to go, so I think we're gonna stop here. So we can just all take a look at this. We'll get some details in there. If I can move around, of course. There we go. I really love this tree personally. It's what is good. Like I like the sideways bend to it as well. So we'll look into it more. We'll figure it out. It's interesting. It's like the idea that I had, but I think I want to push more into the text thing that I was talking about the next time I work on it, like the all of the different words that come through, like the where is it? The artist statement that I was talking about before. I can't find it. It's lost in here, but the artist statement I was talking about before. So, so this is what we got so far. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Where's the words? Show me the words. There we go. Yes, thank you everybody for coming and joining and talking and listening to Nick and Diana talk about their film. This probably will not be the last stream I have with them, because I believe they're going to start filming in the fall. So later in 2025 there'll be more time spent with them. I think that's what we're gonna have going on. So thank you so much, everybody. This has been great. I love doing this. I want to keep doing this the rest of my life. This would be great. I think I want to get into so many things. I want to get into some money. That'd be great. I want to get some money. I'm gonna keep saying that at the end of every stream, so that one day it will happen, and that I'm starting to get money. But until then, we do it for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Thanks so much, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Talk to you all soon. You all have a good night. Or morning. I don't know what country you're in. But anyway, good afternoon, good evening, good night.